Okay, it's Charlotte.
And Linda.
Part 4 on our little stroll. Sorry about the tractor noise. You see the horses. But, okay, we can show him putting it. See the hay on the back of that tractor, guys? See that? Now that man's pretty old, but he's in his 70s. He's in his 70s, but he gets up and down off that tractor like he's in his 30s. See the horses, guys? And there's a mule out there. Let me get Linda, scoot up just a little bit. See, there's a mule out there. The little one's a mule. And then there's horses. All right, now we're gonna go up here. Linda, you don't have to hurry. I'm just trying to get up here. I want to film these red ants. I don't know if y'all have these where you come from. This is red ants. And we don't like those old red ants. They sting. They're real busy today. We just put ant bait out and it kills them, but they're busy, 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 aren't they? Red ants is what we call them. I don't know what y'all call them where you come from, or if you even have them. There's a hawk flying up in the air, which usually means there's something dead, Linda, when the hawks circle.
Really?
Yeah, could be a rabbit or who knows. You okay?
I'm all right. The baby's enjoying that ride.
One thing about it, if you get tired, I can call and say, Ski, come get Linda, she's pooped.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I like to move around all the time.
Look straight across there. Now we're going to come up here to my brother's farm and I'm going to tell y'all a story. But right now we're just cruising. And this is sort of a tragic story. One that I never thought our family would be part of. Now where we're going right here is right behind our house, but it's too far. I mean, you can see our house from here, but it's a good ways because we've been riding now for about 10 minutes. And this incident happened one morning about 7 o'clock. I'll go ahead and start the story.
Okay.
You already know it, Linda. You already know the story.
Mm-hmm.
But my brother, he's 8 years younger than me. First sibling born after me. And he has this farm up here. And he has cows out on it. Well, before they bought this farm, he had a few cows at my dad's. And one of Dad and Kevin, my brother's friends, had a mama that had this little calf, and she wouldn't nurse him. So they asked my brother if he wanted it. And he said, yeah, he'd take it. So he kept it at Daddy's, and they fed it by bottle. And they fed it, and we all loved on it, and it was so friendly. It'd come up and rub against you and love on you. And oh, we just loved that little calf. Well, the little calf grew up to be a bull.
Oh, really?
Well, he got big. I mean, I guess he weighed over 1,000 pounds. And as he got bigger and bigger, my brother would play a little game with him where he would scratch the ground with his foot, and the calf would scratch the ground with his foot, and they'd aggravate one another. My brother would come out every morning before he went to work and feed the calf and water him and play with him. By that time, we had some more cows out here. And he would do that every morning, and then every evening they'd come out here. And sometimes he and his wife would drive out here and play with the calf and feed them. And of course, the calf was a big bull. So this morning that I'm talking about 7 o'clock, and he came out to feed the bull. Well, the next thing we know, we're getting a call that the ambulance is on the way to pick him up and we need to get to the hospital. Got a call. My mom got a call, and then she called me. I threw on some clothes and we got to the hospital. And here's what had happened. The bull attacked my brother. Now, the bull had long horns, you know. And he attacked my brother, threw my brother up in the air, was relentless, and kept on digging those horns into him and throwing him and throwing him and throwing him and rolling him and rolling him and rolling him. And there was nowhere for my brother to get away from him. My brother couldn't get a break to get away from him. Finally, the big old bull threw my brother over against the fence, and he got under the fence somehow, and where the bull couldn't get to him. By that time, he could hardly talk. He did. The Lord was with him because he still had his phone in his pocket. He got to his phone and dialed his wife. Hollered. He thought he was hollering loud because he knew that one of my daddy's cousins lived nearby over here and was usually out letting his dog out for a walk every morning, but he was hollering. He thought he was hollering, but he really wasn't hollering because he had punctured lungs. So the ambulance got here and picked him up, and they thought he was dead. By that time, several neighbors had stopped, and they all thought he was dead because he was gray, couldn't talk, blood was everywhere, his clothes were shredded. He was a horrible sight. So he was in ICU, and they told us that his wounds were pretty severe. And we didn't know what was going to happen. But what did happen, now we're going to go right up here to where the incidents happened, and I will start the story. No, I can finish the story. Somebody's out here, though. Oh, I think it's my brother with the barbecue grill. Big old barbecue grill over there. I don't know who that is. It looks like, it must be my little brother because it looks like he's got a new pickup. Okay, let's just pull in right here. Okay. Now this is where the incident happened. He won't like me filming here. Let's just stop right here. He's so weird about stuff like that. But anyway, here's where the incident happened. He was right in there by that boxcar, and he was feeding the cow. And you see that wire fence right there? He finally got outside that wire fence and got loose. Well, come to find out, he ended up having some really bad wounds. Which way you want to go now, Linda?
It don't matter.
Are you really tired?
No, I'm not tired now.
Okay. So anyway, let me finish the story. So my sister was up in ICU with him because she's also a registered nurse. And my dad was up there. And my sister smelled this strange smell. And it had not smelled like that morning. It just started smelling like that within a couple of hours. Now, this was about 3 days after the incident. And they said they were going to leave those gashing wounds open because they didn't want them to heal with all that manure and dirt in it that he'd been dragged in. He got a flesh-eating virus and had to be taken to surgery every morning for several days. And they had to go in. That was my cousin's house where he was hollering, you see. See, scoot back just a little. See, he was right here. And he was hollering, but